Wedges are the #1 reason tour players are winning. They can hit their drive everywhere, but they're going to hit close shots. They're going to get up and down, they're going to score. So our wedges are our scoring clubs. We're discussing shots from 50 and up to about 100, 120 yards, depending on your distances, which hopefully we can find out today. So I like to classify the game in 3 categories. We have a power shot, a distance wedge, and a finesse shot. Today we're going to talk about the distance wedges. We're going to talk about 3 main keys on how to hit these consistent every time. And then we're going to talk about how we can control our distances. So with our distance wedges, we go lead foot 55, trail foot 45. At whatever length of swing we take, I want us to be between 60 and 65 on the back foot. I want us to feel over the ball. I don't want to be shifting off of it, because as we come through, we don't have enough time and our head's going to stay behind it. 55-45, 60-65, feeling like we're on top of the ball. Number 2, I want us to get through the ball as one unit. Now if I'm hitting an iron, I might be driving through a lot looking like this. With the wedge, it's going to be similar, but I want both pieces moving a little bit more together, okay? So 55-45, good base, more together. The last piece is combining your tempo, which we discussed in previous videos. If you haven't seen the tempo video yet, I'd highly recommend it, especially for your wedge shots. So tempo with length of swing. So for example, if I'm going to hit my shot 95 yards, I'm going to swing back to 9 o'clock to my shoulder. I'm going to have good tempo. So we have base of support. We have both pieces working a little bit more together, so that's your upper and lower. And then we have our length of swing and tempo. Very, very important. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about how do we control our distances. What length of swing do I use? Well, that is very important for you to figure out. I can't tell you how far you're going to get it, but you can go out in the range and work on it. Or if you have the luxury of using a TrackMan at your facility or 5-iron golf or anywhere, even come here, we can find out what your distances are. So what I like to create is a wedge matrix. Using your length of swing combined with that consistent tempo to figure out your shot distances. So I have 4 lengths of swing that I use. You can use 4, you can use 3, but if we have a charting system to know how far we're going to hit it, it's going to make playing golf so much easier. The first length of swing everyone knows is the full swing. But the little asterisk that we'll put at the top is never max out your wedges. If I know I can hit this thing 122, I'm never going to pull it at 122 on the course. I'm going to go up a club and take distance off. So this is my sand wedge. If I max it out at 122, I'm going up on my gap wedge, I'm taking distance off. It's so much easier to hit than trying to max out, because how many times are you going to max it out? So let's be realistic. Going up a club, taking distance off is really important. Okay, so swings, we got our full. We have our 9 o'clock to full, which is arms parallel to the ground, out in front of your sternum, into a full swing. We have a 9 o'clock, same position, to hands about shoulder high or just above shoulder high. And then we have 9 to 3. So matching this side with this side, arms parallel on both sides. So using this wedge matrix, we can develop and plot our lengths of swings. So right now, my 9 to shoulder swing should go 95 yards. So I'm going to execute this shot here and go through my process. So one more time, our base of support, 55-45. Feeling over the ball, maximum 65 on the right. Everything together. Good tempo, find your length of swing. So on the course, watch the best players and what they do on TV. You'll see exactly this. I was watching Jason Day, Rory, Tiger, they all do this on their distance wedge shots. They pause, find the length of swing they want in the backswing, and then they finish at the position on the follow through. Let's do it one more time. Find my spot, 9 o'clock. Finish at the shoulder. All right? So I'm gonna go through my process, do 3 swings. 1, finding my spots. 2, focus on tempo within those spots. All right, let's see if I can hit 95. Look at that. Practice, dedication, working on those 3 variables in the asterisks can help you succeed and get consistent distances. So remember, our base of support, we have our body working together, length of swing and tempo, and then our little asterisks of never maxing out a wedge. If we can follow those keys, we can create a wedge matrix that fits you specifically, that you can follow. If we're able to follow these every single time I take that 9 to shoulder swing, I should hit that roughly 95 yards. I'm only a half a yard off. I'm happy with that. If I can be confident that I'm gonna hit that distance, within that distance by a half a yard, consistently, I'm gonna feel pretty good. Anybody can succeed at this. It's very simple. So if you have any questions about distance wedges or how to become more consistent, please feel free to reach out. I hope you like this video. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe.